I remember in 2008, something in me changed. I had no idea what it was, but I'd started lacking confidence. My self-esteem had gone down, and I was always seeking approval from people. Around that time, a friend of mine proposed that I should go for therapy. And I'm like, therapy? First of all, it's for jungus. Second of all, this is 2008. Who goes for therapy? Even in 2023, people don't like going for therapy. Now, in June of 2015, it was my sister's wedding. Very beautiful ceremony. And I was her bridesmaid, her best maid. At the point when they were exchanging vows, I started shaking. And I knew I was going to collapse. So my parents noticed that there was something wrong, and they sent one of the other bridesmaids to come and take over. So I sat down, I drank water, and in no time I was good, and I was able to enjoy the rest of the day. But of course, at the back of my mind, I kept wondering, what was all that about? What happened? But then I was reminded that I also used to tremble in the past when I'm standing in front of people or when I'm giving a report at work. After the wedding, we went to the coast with my mom. Awesome time. And on the last day when we were coming back to Nairobi, I started experiencing a very severe headache. I took painkillers. It wasn't going away. My mom proposed that we go to a hospital in the coast. Guys, I suffer from anxiety, so please, bear with me. That is where this story is going. So please, just bear with me. We shall try this together. Sawa. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. I want Agatha to come and hold my hand, please, so that I can finish this story. Otherwise, I shall maybe almost collapse. They almost collapsed at my sister's wedding. So, Agatha, please. I need your hand. Okay. So, again, bear with me, guys. I really want to share my story about living with depression and anxiety disorder. By the way, I took a pill before I came here, and it was supposed to work. Sijui kwa nini it's not working. So, okay. Can I step away? Whew, okay. Let me keep trying. Just breathe. Breathe in. Yeah, breathe in again. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. Take your time. Okay. Mental illnesses can disrupt your life. It came to disrupt mine. But I'm still strong, and I'm still keeping strong. Yeah. Okay. So, it's been 8 years of struggling, back and forth, hospital visits, anxiety attacks randomly in town or wherever I am, now on the stage, and I thought I was prepared for this. So it can be very difficult, and there are times like it's hard to control it, yeah? But let me just take you back a bit. It took quite a while for me to get diagnosed. They didn't know what it was. I went in for tests, in and out of tests. 2 months, I was eventually diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety disorder. Of course, at first, I was like, these Kenyan doctors, first of all, I have a headache, I have numbness on one side of my body, I have heart palpitations, I have loss of appetite, I sometimes can't breathe. How really can this be depression? And how can it be anxiety? And I'd just like to tell you, please don't use my symptoms to self-diagnose or to diagnose someone. You know the way we are? Me, I suspect. Me, Vile, you know, when she talked about it, me, I suspect. No, please don't self-diagnose and don't diagnose someone else. If you suspect that you're struggling with your mental health, please seek help early. My story started in 2008. I was diagnosed in 2015. All this while I didn't know what was going on with me. Probably if I was diagnosed in 2009, maybe we'd be speaking a different story. So after a while and going to see 2 different neurologists, I finally accepted the diagnosis. And because I was so desperate to go back to work, I decided to see a psychiatrist because I was like, you know what, this life, I'm tired, give me the medication, we go along. Little did I know that psychiatric treatment is not like treating something like tonsils or something like that, where you go, you're given medicine for 1 week, 2 weeks, and then after that, you're fine. It takes a very long process. I normally tell my doctor, my psychiatrist, that for them, they do trial and error, you know, because they'll put you on one drug and another one on different MGs. Next time you go to hospital, they'll try and switch it until they get the right dosage. Mine took 6 months. All this while being unwell, struggling, trying to figure out what's going on in my life. Now, one thing I would like to caution you guys is that please don't buy psychiatric medication over the counter. A psychiatrist needs to give you a proper diagnosis so that he can also work with you during the treatment. Now, I reported back, and these guys kept my job for 8 months. Yeah, something that's unheard of. I also had a manager who used to call me when I was away from work and check up on me. She even used to come and visit me. So 3 months in, we agreed to part ways amicably because I was in sales, and clearly I needed to deliver the numbers, and this was just not happening. I went home, and for 7 months, still struggling with my mental health, not knowing what I can do with my life, because even at that time I was unwell, I could not apply for a job. So in 2017, I decided, let me open a shop. I always used to sell lingerie from the boot of my car. And at that time, I decided, you know what, since I have this fat paycheck, how about I open a lingerie shop and realize this dream that I have? So business started well. It was okay. But unfortunately, because of my health, I couldn't be there all the time. My sister and my sister-in-law, who I love dearly, and they're somewhere here in the crowd, they would sit in for me once in a while. But we all know, as a business owner, you need to be there, especially at the infancy stage. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. And after 1 year and 8 months, unfortunately, the shop closed. So here I was. I've lost my dream job. I've lost my dream business. I was in a very dark place. I didn't know what to do. I did not have direction. I was actually very suicidal. And I'd already, my family don't know this, but I'd already started writing letters to each one of them, apologizing for what I was going to do. But as you can see, I am here. Yeah, don't go. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm here. Now, one of the things that I've always done in my life is that I have a very close relationship with God. I got this from my mother, and I've learned how to put him in every area of my life. And now when I was in this very dark place, I remember crying to him and asking him, why are you doing this to me? What have I done wrong? Why are you letting all this happen to me? And during that period when I was crying, and one of those days, I remember hearing the words, let's go mental. That is the day I knew what God wanted me to do. He wanted me to share my painful story to be able to help other people struggling with their mental health. I was scared at first. I still am. Because I'm wondering, how can I be sharing such a personal story with people? But I'm very proud to say that Let's Go Mental was registered as a community-based organization in 2020. Let's Go Mental has enabled me to share my story. It has enabled me to interact with people who are struggling with their mental health. Over and above that, since I was moving from the IT industry into the mental health space, I decided to do a master's in psychology, which I'm currently doing. Clearly, you've seen that I'm still not okay. It's painful. It's painful to have something that you cannot control. Our focus with Let's Go Mental is we want to target high school students. We are currently developing a school-based awareness program, and we're looking for funding. So if there are any funders here, and as I said, I'm still not well. Will I recover? I don't know. But what I know for now is that I need to stick to my treatment. That is the only thing that can keep me functioning. I have to keep taking antidepressant pills. I have to keep taking anti-anxiety pills. I have to go for regular therapy. I have to take mood stabilizers. I take 10 pills in a day. I hate it. I hate it. Sometimes my medication can be right here, but I don't have the energy to reach out. I just don't have. Because I'm like, how long is this going to go on for? I just want to kind of paint a picture for you about how it is being in a deep depression. I usually feel like I'm in this deep, dark hole where I can't breathe, and I'm squeezed. And I'm trying to reach out to people for help, but no one can hear me. No one at all. And the funniest thing again about depression and also anxiety is sometimes you want help, but when the help comes, you don't want it because you feel like this person won't be able to sort out what I'm feeling inside. The empty feeling, the loneliness, persistent crying, memory loss. I let people down a lot. I can tell Agatha, Tuesday, let's meet on Saturday. Saturday, I wake up, I can't leave my bed. Doesn't matter what I do. I can't shower. all I can do is just stay in bed. Lack of concentration. There are times I can't even concentrate for more than 5 minutes. My thoughts just go. I've not walked this journey alone. I've had my family so close to me, but they have been there for me unconditionally. My parents as well have been there for me. I mentioned that my mom is a very prayerful woman, and she's brought me in God. And her prayers have given me so much hope during the darkest of times. Her love and emotional support have done so much for me during this 8 years period. I don't know whether I mentioned that I was diagnosed in June of 2015, so it will be 8 years in June this year. So what I would like to leave you guys with, make your mental health a priority. It can disrupt your life. It can disrupt your friendships. It can disrupt your jobs. So make your mental health a priority, ladies and gentlemen. Mental health is as important as your physical health. Carry out self-care activities. Take a break from work. We are so work. We never take time to break away from that and do something that will take care of your mental health. Create boundaries. Basically, do what you love doing. Thank you.